Many of you have asked me to read on this subject, and that is the drama from Turtleboy and what is going on. It's so unfortunate that this is happening, but definitely here we are, and this is... Hello and welcome everyone. I am Lady Zelda with Seeing Crime. Today is Sunday, September 28th of 2025, and I am here. I'm going to do a reading about the situation of what's going on, all this drama, toxicity, everything that's been going on social media, and the unfortunate... yeah, okay. Well, let's start by saying this. This is the significator card for a Capricorn. Aiden Turtleboy Aidan Kearney is a Capricorn. I know a lot of Capricorns. They aren't devils, so we're not going to even think that. But the one thing about Capricorns, and this fits him so well, not this, but the idea of being a Capricorn. This is the card of being so focused, laser focused, almost obsessed, and maybe even sometimes what we do, being addicted. I'm not talking about being addicted to something that he's not supposed to or illegal, but what I'm talking about is, this genre, this being a reporter, being on this journey, doing what he's doing, that can be addictive, and it can be addictive for many of us just watching. Now, I don't know Aiden. I've never met him. What I do know is you either love him or you hate him, and there's just no in between. I think it's very unfortunate that people can't stand back and sit back and understand. I believe that Aiden was chosen, just like Karen. Now, Aiden may not be your cup of tea, and he might be. But you know what? Yours truly isn't everybody's cup of tea either. And that's okay. That's what makes the world go around, but he still has the right to function, to live. And in the land of the free, he can say what he wants. It's amazing how this starts. I want to look into this because I want to look into the people, the surroundings. And yeah, I've got a lot of decks of cards out here. Let's get started. I'm going to put this over here. Sometimes I think people just, and I'm not talking about Aiden. Just chill, people. Just chill. Here we are. House of Zelda cards. We're going to find out. I think we've got some questions. We have, there's a key to all of this too, my darlings. You watch and see. So we are reading for Aidan Kearney. He's a Capricorn. Birthday is December 26th. House of Zelda, we're asking spirits, guides, angels, exactly what do we need to see? Is there something that we're missing? Yeah, here's a card that turned over. They are getting, and this one, did you see how he wants to hold on? Okay, calm down. Things are heating up, and I believe that too. I mean, I got to tell you this. He's being quiet. He hadn't been for a few days, but I think he will be now. Things are heating up. And I'm going to tell you, I think people like to jerk his chain. They like to upset him. Why? Well, because he's out on bail, and if he does anything that he shouldn't, guess what? Here's the other card. There's a pathway ahead. That's right. Now, Aiden has a particular pathway ahead, and he's going to listen to his lawyers. He's just fantastic lawyers. a loss. We'll see what that is in a minute. Let's see. Give us an idea what this loss means. Tell us what the loss means, please. What does the loss mean? Missing information. The key to unlock information. Didn't we talk about this key right here? The key to the missing information. I'm going to tell you. Okay, wait. I'm going to move these out of the way. I need a couple more of these cards. We'll define what all this is about. But yeah, I don't see any. I just don't see these people slowing down anytime soon. I pulled a couple cards on him earlier. Look harder. Now, we've not seen this card in a long time. That is a candle, by the way. In a book. Documents. Here we go. Documents, things that have been covered up when the light shines on them, but they are muted. You know that candlelight when you're sitting in a room and a lit candle mutes your surroundings, and sometimes you overlook things or you can't see things that normally would stick out for you. That's what this situation is. Let's get one more card. I know I keep saying one more, don't I? Well, okay, one more for right now. A childlike new beginning. That doesn't surprise me, because I think from this, Aiden will make changes. He will. And what is a childlike new beginning? When you can look at a situation from a new perspective. When you are inquisitive, there we go. You see this sweet little fellow here, surrounded by his teddies. He's looking. What is he looking at? He's looking at documentation. There's more coming. More coming. On the bottom of the deck, it's time to rest. And I believe that for him, I'm going to put this over here, just like this for right now. But the lost card, let's leave that out. Let's leave that out. And I'm sure that this will define itself. Let me get my Kipper deck. I didn't lay that on the table. We need the Kipper deck, don't we? We want to see what's happening. Even if it's just 2 or 3 cards. Right, Zelda? When was the last time I just laid out 2 or 3 cards, you ask? Well, don't know if I can answer that. Let's see what this is. A fake person. That's all we need to know. Looking at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this fake person, someone who pretended they were something that they were not to Aiden, had a certain expectation of this going haywire and resulting in a loss for Aiden. Well, sorry about their luck. Let me see. Now I'm dealing with the tarot here. We're going to put the Lenormand deck. Okay. There's a card that came out. Oh, interesting. This card, Possum and Peony, and all about bashfulness. So I think this fake person, that's amazing that card was actually in there, to be honest. But it was in there for a reason, and I believe that the fake person is someone who acts demure, bashful. Let's see what else we can find, my darlings. This is telling the story all right. It's a female behind this. And this is Aiden, facing things head on, knowing that sometimes you have to fight the wind. This sword is going off the frame of the card. What does that tell us? That he's not done yet. Oh no. Au contraire. No, contraire. Contraire. No, and Hank didn't tell me how to talk either. Here we are. So, another one. Let's get one more. Okay. Putting this on the bottom of the deck. This is one of his lawyers. Sitting back, chilling, watery signs around them. That's because they're good men and they love family, home, etc. But we're going to put this here to the side. We'll put this little possum fellow up here. And let's read these. It's actually 4 cards that have come out. 3 cards, pardon me. This card, the 3 of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are usually grounding. It's money, obviously. I believe somebody may even approach him saying that they need money and they will quit, or they will sell him something, or they will sell something, because you see, there are people coming to this fellow for advice. But he's not, I believe this is Aiden. And in this hand, he has a tool. In this hand, he has a tool that's called the Builder's Maul. And when you're tapping the Builder's Maul, it's usually when you're building a foundation and you're tapping either brick or block in place to make sure that it's level. So he's building. This is Aiden building something up. And people coming to him wanting advice. But what happens? There's money. So there's an exchange of what I think you're going to hear something about either an exchange of money or someone that wants money, someone that's wanting to sell something, someone here. Number 1. People will begin to see this for what it's worth. And in the end, this is what is going to be happening to Aiden. And that is nothing. I don't see anything coming about. Some wild accusations. Now, I saw just a little bit of what was going on Twitter. In all fairness, that type of drama toxicity just doesn't turn me on. And I know that platform is sort of kind of filled with that. And I stay away for that reason, because I don't engage. But this fake person had an agenda and an expectation. Today, the 28th. Okay. Had an expectation of what they felt was going to happen. But the next 8 days from the moment that you watch this will be significant. There will be information that will come out quickly. What type of information? Creative. Somebody has gotten creative, it looks like. Why? Well, to open doors for their own growth. You know, when looking at a particular situation like this, I learned a long time ago that people that are the fake ones that have wild expectations. Let's see what's underneath there. Oh yeah, the occupation. And look, 34. Does it have anything to do with 34 Fairview? Yes, it does, because within the next 9 days, change will occur for this situation, the drama, the toxicity. But when someone has a particular expectation, you have to look at this person right here. This is the key. And I got to tell you something. There is a man behind her. Look at the benefit. What benefit does she gain by doing this? Is it out of pettiness, anxiety, snarkiness, or is it something possibly that she wants to share some truth? Well, is there truth to it? I say the answer is no. Just because of the way the cards are lying. Laying, laid. Truth is being hidden. That's the card that wanted to reveal. So it's time to rest. That means it's time for Aiden to just like, shh, calm down, quiet. Because you see, when people get rattled up and they start carrying on like this, what happens? They become exposed. They become exposed. When someone is on the take to do harm to someone, and I'm going to tell you one of the traits, because quite frankly, my son is a Capricorn. One of the traits of a Capricorn is they do not like people that will hurt others just because they can. They want people to say what they'll do, and then they expect them to do it. This is the Peonic deck. It's older. You can't really find this particular deck anymore. It's 36 cards written in 6 languages. Originally invented by Mademoiselle Marie Lenormand. A very historic figure. All right. There you go. That is what is behind this. Jealousy. Can you see that? May not focus very well for you. Jealousy. Gee, I'm running out of room. Zell, you might need a bigger table these days. And another camera with a bigger, wide angle lens. Let's move one of these attorneys over here. Don't worry. They've got Aiden's back. Don't worry. Let's put him under this so the key comes out. Of course, he has a lot of hope because guess what? His ship is about to come in. Widow. Fortune. I don't know who the widow is in this. Misfortune. It is someone who has experienced a loss. No, it's not Karen. Karen doesn't show up in this. Let's consult the Cartomancy here, my darlings. I want you to take this for what it's worth. And just remember, if you don't feed a stray, they will go away. When you start engaging, they will become engaged. And when you start pointing the finger, remember, you have 3 fingers pointing back at you. So if you accuse, you've got to prove. And in this case, I don't know how they're going to think that they're going to prove any of these wild accusations. Let's see. Maybe we should ask. It's funny because this is Aiden's significator card in the Cartomancy, in the playing cards. He shares that with a Virgo and a Taurus. Okay. very good. I'm liking this. Okay, now I have it. You know, money, money can really be behind a lot of things. On the bottom is a fear of exposure, and that's not for Aiden. But what this is telling me, because the one thing about cartomancy or playing cards, that's my first love. I learned that first. For me, it tells a big story, sometimes more than the House of Zelda or Kipper or tarot or any of the oracle. And this is starting out with Aiden, just like we started out here. You see, sometimes the cards have to start from the beginning of what the cards want to tell us. Sometimes they'll break in mid-story, but this is starting from the beginning. This is Aiden wanting change, doing things from the bottom of his heart, experiencing loss, I think if he would have known what he has gone through and what he is facing before he started it, I don't think he would have changed a thing. I think it just would have prepared him. But he's dealt with needy people. But someone here, and there's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of this diamond, these two diamonds here, and this card here, this 7 of spades. Not a good, oh, look at the, oh, we got to take these. Not good cards, but it's not for Aiden. This is telling the story of the fake person with this female with the male behind her. They wanted to effect a change. There's a partnership there. There's a lump sum of money. It will be mentioned to Aiden. I don't know if Aiden will tell us about that or if he will know it. But there is these two cards flanked by this one is a lump sum of money. But these two cards here flanked with this one, and then we've got the 2 deuces. Someone has come up with this theory. Don't be surprised if someone manufactures something, because here's the thing. The more they do and the less that Aiden does, they will continue on because they want to yank his chain because they know what's coming in the end. And what is coming in the end? Well, we know what happened in the last court case, because Cosgrove and another attorney have had to recuse themselves. I think that's the right word. If not, they're no longer on the case. Let me say that. Mello is out. Eventually they will drop those. But you see, the prosecution is now on the hunt. They don't like this. They're hunting, they're looking for someone to prosecute. And frankly, I don't think that there's really anybody that wants to do that. They see what happened in the Karen Reed case. But I digress. The 3 cards here, spades, are not good. This is an exposure. The frustration of this person that the plan did not work. The expectation, the occupation, whoever this is has made it her life's work to try to destroy Aiden to get the change. They want to put him in poverty. You see this little poverty here that's hanging out? They want him to be in poverty. They want him to continue to suffer loss. And you know what this card is? This is a jail card. and it's not for Aiden. And soon they will be in fear, because the tide of this battle will turn. I have no doubt that this will turn. People will find out who these people are, especially this fake person that has the expectation to do this to him. I'm just going to say, how dare they? And how old are you? How old are you? Act like somebody. That's my advice, and that's not for Aiden. That's for this fake person and the man behind her. Act like somebody. Do the right thing. Be still. You might like the attention now, but the attention that you will receive in the future is not going to be positive. Look for October. Yeah, the hunt for the red October is right. Look for October to come. More information will come out of this. In the next 24 to 48 hours, you're just going to see everything just envelop, almost in flames. Here we are. Exactly right. And yet, there's something Aiden has not missed, but he has to look harder. There is something, some information that is right there in front of him. The key is this person that will unlock this information to give Aiden this pathway ahead. Oh boy, this is going to be delicious. I may have to start watching what's going on, but I certainly will not engage, and I hope you don't either. But let's wish Aiden well, no matter what, and let's wish that this person comes to her and his senses and backs off. Just back off. Life is so short. Life is short, but eternity is very long. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're watching this, Aiden, wishing you the best. Take care, everyone. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, do all those to-be things. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.